Hello everyone. Now I'm here with my next video of loops, and that I'm considering this topic, that is series. And see, with the help of programming I'm going to consider what is series. Sometimes in a paper, even in ninth as well as in 10th board, we are having some sort of series in our paper. See, what are series first of all? Some sort of a sequence which is going on till certain number of times. Means sometimes we are having a series that is, for example, I'm taking 1 2 4 and 7. You have to find it out how these kinds of series were working and moving forward. Means after 1 we are getting 2. How we are getting 2? We are adding 1 with 1, then we are getting 2. After 2, how we are getting 4? 2 plus 2 is 4. After 4, how we are getting 7? Means 4 plus 3 is 7. In the same way, we have to do all these things 10th time. That is 10th term. This series indicates the power of 1. That is 1 to the power 2 is 1. 2 to the power 2 is 4. 3 to the power 2 is 9. 4 to the power 2 is 16. In this way, this series is moving further till n terms, means any of the numbers. Till 10 times, till 40 times, till 50 times, any number of times the series is working. Now see the next series. Now the series starting from 0 and moving forward means 0 plus 1 is 1, then 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 plus 2 is 5. And this way it is working and moving forward. This series is known as Fibonacci series. Then we have fourth series, that is which is moving forward with adding of three numbers together, means 0 plus 1 plus 2 is 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, 2 plus 3 plus 6 is 11, and so on. Means three terms we are adding, that's why it is known as Fibonacci series. We are adding three terms. In Fibo we are adding two terms, in Trebo we are adding three terms. In this way these series were working together. Now moving further with the program. How we are going to create the series? We have to keep in mind following rough sketch we have to create. How we are going to create all these things? First of all, we have to start from somewhere, that is 1. I'm keeping 1 as sum because I have to add the terms one by one, and I have to add 1 with 1, then I am getting 2, but I have to store it in sum only. Then after that I'm adding 2 with 2, I'm getting 4, and I'm going to store it in sum only. Then I'm going to add 4 with 3, and I'm getting 7, which is stored in sum only. And I'm going to display all the sum what I am having by putting comma over there. I want to display all the sum. But how I am getting 1, 2, 3? All these 1, 2, 3 were I loop, whatever we are using loops, the counting were 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10 terms. That I we are going to use. Means we are going to add sum is equals to sum plus I. I is 1, 2, 3. The counting of number of terms, we want to move towards 10 terms. 10 times we have to move. That's why we are having 10 terms. This is our first term, this is second, then third, then fourth, and so on. The counting is here. In last, we have to add sum with I, and always we have to display sum. From the starting, we have to display sum. Then we have to add it with I, and then we have to store it in sum. Then again we have to add it with I. Again we have to store in sum. Again we have to add it with I. Again we have to store in sum. And we have to display all the sums. Now, how we are going to create this as logic? We have to store sum equals to 1. I told you earlier also. See here. This thing. you have to store here sum equals to 1. Till 10 times you have to work because it is 10 terms. If it is n term, you have to move till n times. Now it is 10, that's why I'm writing 10. If it is last term, then display the sum with full stop. Means in last you want to put full stop, and in center you have to put commas. That's why else part is having comma. And in last we have to add sum is equals to sum plus I. We have to store everything in sum. See, here I told you we have to add values and we have to store in sum. Again we have to add values, again we have to store in sum. Again we have to add values, again we have to store in sum. The same thing I'm doing here. Sum is equals to sum plus I. am storing it here. I'm going to show you all dry run of this program what I'd written here. Here sum value is 1, I value is 1. I is smaller than equals to 10. Yes, it is. Means body will be executed. Body will be executed means I equals to 10. No. Means else will be executed. Value of sum will be displayed. Value of sum is 1 and comma will be placed here. And then we have to add sum is equals to sum plus I. Means sum is equals to sum plus I means 1 plus 1 is 2 now. The value, and then we will move towards I plus plus. Value of I will be increased, that is now 2. 2 is smaller than 10, yes, then body will be executed. I is equals to 10. No, it is not. Then else part will be executed, means sum will be displayed. Value of sum is 2, that's why we are having 2 comma. And then sum is equals to sum plus I, means 2 plus 2 is now 4 and now what happened? I is going to be increased. That becomes 3. 3 is smaller than 10. Yes. Then the body will be executed. I equals to 10. No. Then else part will be executed. Sum is displayed with comma. Value of sum is 4. 4 will be displayed with comma. Now sum is equals to sum plus I. Means 4 plus 3 is 7 and stored in sum. Now we are having 7 with us. Then again I plus plus, it becomes 4. 4 is smaller than 10. Yes, body will be executed. 4 equals to 10. No. Then else part will be executed. Sum, comma. Means value of sum will be displayed. That is 7. And we have to place comma here. And in this way, it is moving further. Sum is equals to sum plus I means sum is 7. 7 plus 4 is, that is 11. That's why we are getting now 11 as sum. And it is moving further till 10 times. We are having our series with us. This is a sort of dry run I had done in front of you all. And now in this way you can have your series. You can place, when you are having a terms, number of terms is in front of you all, values is in front of you all, you are not supposed to enter anything from the user. Just place public class, public static void main, and start writing your logic here directly. You are not supposed to enter anything. You are not supposed to write import Java. You are not supposed to write throws or exception. You are not supposed to write input stream reader, buffer reader. Nothing. Just place all these logics here directly when you have these kinds of series. Now, next question from you all. If I am having a question like this, what I have to do? Write a program in Java to accept 1 to display first series and 2 to display second series. Means we are having 2 series with us. Now we have to enter something from the user. Now we have to ask something from the user, whether you want to display first series, whether you want to display second series. And see, the second series is having n terms, means user have to provide the number of terms. Here we are having 10 terms, but here we don't know how many times we have to do that work. Means here we want interference of user have to provide us value that is 1, value that is 2, and number of times the series, second number series. Now see how we are going to do that. Now we are having our program with us here, because we have to accept the value from the user, that is the series number 1 the user want to display, or series number 2 user want to display. That's why I'm using import Java now. Here I'm using throw tag section, here I'm using input stream reader, buffer reader. But here you are having a new thing, that is I'm writing everything in one line only. Whatever I'm writing, input stream reader read equals to new input stream reader system.in. Previously I'm writing in this way. In short, I'm writing right now. And here I'm writing buffer reader in equals to new buffer reader read. Previously I'm writing these 2 lines. But see, now I created one line, that is only one line is a combination of these 2 lines. I'm writing in one line only. How? See, read contain the value that is new input stream reader. If I can put new input stream reader in place of read, then I'm getting this line. Because in maths, you all know, we are writing let x equals to 2, and then we are putting the value of x, that is 2, everywhere. The same way, read also having a value that is new input stream reader system.in. I am writing this value directly in place of read. Then I am getting this. See, buffer reader in equals to new buffer reader. In place of read, I am writing this new input stream reader system.in. It is also applicable. You can write 2 lines in one line also. Now moving further, I have to create the menu series number 1 and series number 2. \n I'm using to display the series in next line. And I'm asking from the user, enter your choice, either 1 or 2. If user provides me 1, I'm using switch case, that is contains ch is choice. And if it is 1, then I want to display that series. I told you I'd already provide you the explanation of this logic. Now I have to place whatever I had created previously. See, the same logic I am placing in case 1. See, the same logic I'm placing in case 1. And after writing case 1, I have to put break also to end this case. Means first series will be displayed in this way. And then the break will end switch. And now see case 2. Case 2 have a series that is 1, 4, 6, sorry, it is not 6, it is 9. 1, 4, 9, 16 and so on till n terms. Or maybe 10 terms, I think so. If I'm using n, then I have to ask for user, that is number of terms. If it is 10, I have to write 10 only. Now see, till 10 times I want to display I to the power 2. 1 is 1 to the power 2. 4 is 2 to the power 2. 9 is 3 to the power 2. 16 is 4 to the power 2. That's why I'm writing math.power I, 2. Value of I is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Till end 10 times. I'm using math.power I, 2. But math.power always provides us double value. Means whatever their math.power provides us, it is in this form. 1.0 means if you are writing 1 to the power 2, math.power provides you 1.0. If you are writing math.power 2, 2, it provides you 4.0. But I don't want 4.0. I want just 4. That's why I'm writing int in front of math.power. Explicitly I want to convert it. That's why I'm writing int here. If it is last time term, I want full stop here. If for other terms, I want comma. That's why I'm writing in this way. Whatever I want, I displayed here. Then again the case 2 will be breaked. And if that person provides us choice other than 1 and 2, if it is 3, 4, 5, anything, then we have to say that you had entered wrong choice. And default we have to write. Then our programs end here and see the output. Menu will be displayed, series will be displayed. We are asking from the user, enter your choice, user provide us 1, then see, series will be displayed. Then again menu will be displayed, and if user want to provide the choice that is 2, second series will be displayed. See, again menu will be displayed, enter your choice. If that user provides us 5, we have to say you had entered wrong choice. In this way, you have to create your switch case programs also. Now see, something is new in front of you all, that is Fibonacci series. In this series, two things were constant, that is the first two terms. Means first term is 0 and second term is 1, is always there. And then what we have to do? We have to add them and then we have to store in it in C. 0 plus 1 is 1 and we have to display 1 here. Then B becomes A and C becomes B. Again we have to add A and B and then we have to store it in C and then we have to display C here. Now 1 plus 1 is 2. Now B becomes A and C becomes B and we have to add both of them. It becomes C and we have to display C here. Means 2 plus 1 is 3. Now again B becomes A and C becomes B. We have to add them and store in C and we have to place C here, that is 5. In this way we have to move further in Fibonacci series. See what I had written, the same thing. We have to place each and everything here in this way. See, whatever I told you, I'm displaying the same thing so that you can identify it. Now, this is our Fibonacci series. Till n terms we have to do the same thing. Now I'm showing you the program. A and B were constant. I want to add them and store in C. I don't have the value of C. That's why I'm storing 0. Firstly, I want to display A and B together. But see what happened. A and B together, when I am displaying, what will happen? Means 0 will be displayed and 1 will be displayed. And now, from the third term we have to start. This is the first term, this is the second term. This is the third term of the series. That's why I'm starting from third term. Third to n I want the number of series. And what I want to do, A and B is already displayed, means 0 and 1 is already displayed. I want to add them and store in C. And if it is the last term, I want to display the C with full stop. And if it is not the last term, then I want to display C with comma. But I told you earlier, I'm adding A plus B and storing them in C, this one. And I want to convert A into B and B into C. A into B and B into C. No. What I want to convert? I'm adding A and B, storing in C. I want to store the value of B into A and C into B, and I want to add them and again store them into C. In this way I want to move further. That's why see what I had written here. I'm placing the value of B into A and C into B. And again I am adding them and displaying them. Again and again I am doing the same thing. And what I am getting? That is series. But one thing is missing. I have to place comma here, because before C I want comma. After C I am placing, but before C I want. That's why I am placing A, then comma, B, then comma, and then C will displayed here and comma. Again C will displayed here and comma. And in last, it will display full stop. And now see, program is in front of you all. The same thing I am doing here, but because it is a user's choice, that's why I am doing it Fibbo as well as Tribbo I am doing by using user's choice. Throw the exception, input stream reader, menu of first is Fibonacci series, second is Fibonacci series. User's choice. Here, number of terms I want from the user. Choice is already provided. If the number of term is 5, I want to display Fibonacci series 5 times. See what will happen. I had already displayed A and B, that is 0 and 1 with the comma. See, with comma I had already displayed. From the third term I want to start. Means I have to add C plus C is equals to A plus B. Means 0 plus 1 will be added and placed here as C. If value of I is n, then I am doing it with full stop, and if it is not, then I am placing comma here. And then interchanging, value of B is placed in A and value of C is placed in B. In this way, we are interchanging value of A and storing value. I am placing, see, in this way I am placing the value. I am placing value of B in A and C in B, and then I am adding A plus B and storing in C. This is the replacement of the values. Again I am doing the same thing. Again I am adding. Again I am displaying. Again I am changing the values. This is the funda of, or I can say it is the concept of Fibonacci series. Now, case 2 is Fibonacci series. What is Fibonacci series? Actually, in Fibbo, 2 things were constant, that is 0 and 1. But in Tribbo, 3 things is constant, 0, 1 and 2. A is 0, B is 1, C is 2. We have to add A plus B plus C and store in D. Then we have to interchange the values. B will be stored in A, C will be stored in B, and D will be stored in C. And then again we have to add them and store in D. The same process we have to do again and again. See, the values what I am preferring. Firstly, accepting the terms, number of terms. Then, the value of A is 0, B is 1, C is 2 and D is 0. And I am displaying the value of A, B, C before moving towards the loop, because all 3 things were constant, that is 0, 1, 2, comma. It is constant. Now what I want? The addition of all 3. That's why I am having addition of all 3. 0 plus 1 plus 2 is 3. If it is the last term, I have to display dot. If it is not a last term, I have to display comma. It is not a last term. Means value of n is, I am taking 5. Then it is not a last term. Again see, the terms were exchanged. Now it becomes A, it becomes B, it becomes C. And we are adding A, B, C again. What will happen? 3 plus 2 plus 1. Now it is 6. And D will be displayed. See, this one is D. D will be displayed here. And now we are having our 5 terms with us. And if user provides anything else regarding the menu, that is 1 for Fibbo and 2 for Tribbo, other than that, if user provide us 3, 4, 5, 7, anything, then we have to display you had entered wrong choice. In this way, you have an output in front of you all. Fibbo 1, Tribbo 2. User entered 1, then display the number of terms. Number of terms we are having, then see the series in front of us. Then we have again menu. User provide us 2. Number of terms. Then Trello. See the values of Trello. And if the menu is provided in a wrong way, then we have to display you had entered wrong choice. Somehow it is complicated for you all because it is the beginning for you all for the series. Go with it. Try to do some sort of series. If you have any doubt, do consult with me. Otherwise, goodbye and good luck.